Hey YouTube, and welcome back to Adoption Talk. Today, what I would like to talk to you about is the law of attraction in regards to finding your first family. And I want to talk to you about, tell you a little story about what happened to me. Now, when this happened, I didn't really know about the law of attraction or vibrations or how we create our own reality. I really did not know anything about those types of things. But now that I look back on it, I really feel like I attracted my natural father into my life, into seeing him one time. Okay, and I don't have 100% proof that it was him, but when you know something, you know something. Okay, and so first, let me talk about what law of attraction is. Law of attraction is basically the universal law that you attract whatever it is that you spend the most time thinking about. So if you're thinking about baseball all the time, then you're going to probably see a lot of baseball games, or maybe you'll end up playing baseball. A better example, if you are, some people are really super happy and optimistic, and they tend to have really happy, good things happen to them. And then other people's are real solemn and like doubtful, and a lot of negative things happen to those people. And it's like that's the vibration you're on. You're either going to be on high vibration, or you could be on low, or whatever grade. So let me tell you about the story that happened to me. Several years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, I was feeling rejected by my first mother, and so to kind of get away from those feelings, I kind of, I switched it up. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna find my father then. I don't need her. I find my father, I'll be all right. And so I started searching on him. Just, I never spent any money, but just looking his name up throughout the computer, trying to find some information. And I did that pretty intensely, with a lot of optimism. And I actually, I did that pretty intensely. And so the story goes, one day I go to the corner store that is near my house, and there's this man in line, and he looks at me, and he looks at me like real inquisitive, like, and he's all, "Are you from Vallejo?" And Vallejo is the city in which I was conceived, I guess. He's like, "Are you from Vallejo?" And my immediate response is no, because no, I'm not from Vallejo. But as soon as he said it, I was like, wait, I know who is from Vallejo, which would be my mother. And I was like, of course, I look exactly like my mother. Of course, whoever that was in line that day, had to be referring to her. Okay. And so, I have to forgive myself, but I was too scared to ask any more questions. Like, I instantly, after I said no, it wasn't me, I instantly was like, wait, maybe it is me, but it was like there was people around that I knew. I didn't want to have this conversation with this man, and I just looked at him, and, and I just remember how my mother described him to me, and, in my heart, I can't wait till the day I get to see him again, because I just know I'm going to see that same face again. He was tall. He looked just like exactly how my mother described. I was like trying to like think of how I look looking at him. I really believe it's true. And so I just want to say that that's another way for those of you. I haven't been able to find anybody. My adoption just happened to be open, so that is how I got in contact with my family. So I'm not really familiar with how to go about contacting your adopted family or finding them. But one way that I truly believe that you can, and whether you using tools or not, I believe that if it's really on your heart and your mind, you'll find them. They'll just appear in your life, and you never know, they could live down the street from you. I never would have expected to see him where I saw him. you know. And unfortunately, I don't get to know if that's was really him until the next time I do see him. But you know, when you know something, you know something. So thank you for listening to my little story here, and I just advise all of you to be cautious of your thoughts, and you know, think positively always, because that is what we're bringing into our life. If we're constantly negative about things, we're constantly going to find negative things. But if we're positive, you know, and especially in the circumstance of trying to find your parents, if you really believe that you're going to find them, I bet you will. You know, and I hope you will. And I'd like to give you an opportunity here on my channel to share your story, or just even do a shout out to your birth parents. You never know who could see it. This is YouTube. You could say somebody's name and they'd be like, huh? Yeah, they look like us. They do look like us, you know? And it could just happen like that. I've seen on YouTube, I've seen people who have been reunited through Facebook and YouTube. And so, do what you got to do, family. Peace, love, and healing.